Liverpool's crisis deepens as Crystal Palace knock them out of the Carabao Cup. By your name? Crystal Palace's victory over Liverpool in the Carabao Cup early this morning wasn't just an upset. It was a statement. The defeat not only eliminates Liverpool from the competition, but also adds to a worrying run of form that's quickly turning into a full-blown crisis for Arne Slot and his team. Liverpool have now lost 6 of their last 7 matches in all competitions, with their only win coming in a 5-1 away thrashing of Eintracht Frankfurt in the Champions League last week. What was once seen as a promising start under Slot has rapidly unraveled, leaving fans and pundits alike questioning the direction of the club. A defeat that can't be excused by rotation. Slot opted for heavy rotation against Palace, fielding several young players alongside a handful of fringe senior professionals. While rotation is understandable in a congested season, this decision has raised eyebrows given Liverpool's fragile confidence and recent poor form. This isn't a club with a shallow squad anymore. Having broken the British transfer record twice over the summer, Liverpool are among the top spenders in Europe. Therefore, the lack of balance and consistency on display can't be blamed solely on squad depth. It's difficult to brush this off as just a rotation issue, said one analyst. When you've spent that much money, you expect your second string to compete, not crumble. Young players thrown into the fire. The most contentious aspect of Slot's team selection was his reliance on academy graduates in a high-pressure environment. Facing experienced Premier League players like En-Nesyri, Daichi Kamada, and Munoz, Liverpool's youngsters struggled to cope, both physically and psychologically. For a team already suffering from a confidence crisis, this approach may have done more harm than good. Young players thrown into a losing side risk having their development and self-belief damaged, especially when defeats keep piling up. Sometimes, when your team is struggling for confidence, you need to build momentum wherever you can find it, said one former Premier League coach. Cup games are opportunities to rebuild belief. Slot's rotation sent the wrong message, that this competition didn't matter. Senior players failed to step up. It wasn't just the youngsters who disappointed. Senior figures like Federico Chiesa, Wataru Endo, and Joe Gomez, players expected to provide leadership and composure, also underperformed. Their lack of recent game time may have contributed, but the lack of cohesion across the squad is becoming increasingly apparent. When Liverpool have struggled this season, they've lacked both structure and identity, qualities that defined them during the Klopp era. Slot's attempt to build continuity without drastic tactical changes initially worked, but the team now looks unsure of itself both in and out of possession. A manager under pressure. Slot's recent comments in press conferences have only added fuel to the fire. He's criticized opponents for their tactics, lamented fixture congestion, and even made questionable remarks about rival clubs, statements many interpret as signs of mounting pressure. It's a familiar pattern. When managers at top clubs come under scrutiny, they often shift the narrative. Erik ten Hag, Enzo Maresca, and even Mikel Arteta have all done the same when their teams struggled. Now Slot seems to be walking that same tightrope. He's trying to protect his players and control the narrative, but the cracks are showing. Confidence, the missing ingredient. Confidence, more than tactics, is what separates the elite from the ordinary. Former Manchester United forward Dimitar Berbatov once said that during United's peak, we were already 1-0 up in the tunnel because of the confidence we had. That's what Liverpool are missing right now, that aura of belief. Instead, doubt has crept into the minds of players who, not long ago, looked fearless. Every pass, every decision seems weighed down by hesitation. Unless Slot can stop the rot quickly and rediscover that winning mentality, Liverpool's season could spiral further out of control. For now, what was meant to be a transitional season under Arne Slot is beginning to look like something far more concerning, a crisis of confidence, identity, and leadership.